What's up guys, and welcome back to another Pokemon Mega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire speculation video, looking again at some more Pokemon from Kanto Mega Evolutions that can be put into a Mega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Anyway, hope you guys are doing well today. I'm not doing too bad myself. As usual guys, please let me know about each Mega Evolution down in the comment section, what you think of the typing, the stat changes and the ability, and of course, whether you think the Mega Evolution is actually going to happen or not, because that is, well, the whole point. Is it going to happen or not? We're just speculating here. Anyway, I guess we should start off the episode, and we're starting off today by looking at Mega Lapras. So Lapras, Lapras, I don't really know how I say it. Anyway, Lapras. It's a water ice type from Generation 1. Everyone knows about Lapras. Very, very popular Pokemon. I would say at least it's fairly popular. I quite like it myself. Based on, I don't really know what you base. I haven't got some sort of prehistoric dinosaur. A Plesiosaur comes to mind. I'm not quite sure if there's an actual one that's based off of, but something similar to that. As you can see, it has a shell on its back too, which it uses obviously to ferry Pokemon and people across water, as we are told in several what would you call them? Pokédex entries. That's the one. Anyway, what would Lapras look like when it Mega Evolved? I really like its design here. It's really quite cool. You can see the shell sort of extends sort of further over its back. It gets longer limbs, I guess you can call longer fins. Its tail gets longer as well. In the original design for Lapras, its tail is just very stubby. Whereas in the Mega Lapras form here, you can see its tail is nice and extended. The small horn on between its eyes on its forehead is now extended, as you can see, and its two ears have unravelled. Unravelled and got longer, so they're sort of acting more like hair rather than ears. Even if they were ears in the first place, I'm not quite sure. But you can see it keeps the sort of the cream pale colouring under its chest and keeps the blue colouring over its upper body, I guess you can call it. But I really like that design. It's really cool. There are several other Mega Lapras designs out there, but this is the one I like best, just because it looks, I don't know, it looks just like how exactly how I would imagine a Mega Lapras to be honest. So, what typing would Mega Lapras be? I would say it's just got to stay water ice type. I mean, I don't think about it becoming a water steel type because of the shell on its back, but I wouldn't like that, so I prefer water ice type, to be honest. I can't really see any of our type. It's got to keep water because that's it really, and obviously, yeah, as I said, the only thing I could think of to switch ice out for would be steel, but I just wouldn't fit Lapras very well, especially its design, so water ice type I would have to say is how it's going to stay. Stat change wise for Mega Lapras now, its stats in the first place aren't that great apart from health points, so I would see rises in defense and special defense, slight rise in attack and special attack and speed, but main rises in defense and special defense, bulking it up a bit, because if you look at the design for this Mega Lapras here, you can see it's bulked up, it's got larger, the shell, it's sort of, just, you get what I mean there, it's bulked up, got larger, so you would assume it'd be able to take more hits because it's more defensive, so that's exactly what I put there, more defensive, just bulking up slightly. Obviously, special attack would be its main rise over not physical attack, but special attack is how I would see it, as a special attacker, I guess, but defenses are how they would mainly go up, they're the main focus, I guess, of the Mega Evolution. Ability wise for Lapras or Mega Lapras, as usual I've got the hidden ability here, and then one other one that I think would work quite well. The hidden ability is Hydration, which heals stats conditions in rain, which is not brilliant, but they could just bring it across because it's the hidden ability, and that's what they seem to do in a lot of cases. For example, Blaziken, yeah, I'm not getting from that. Blaziken's the one that comes to mind straight off the top of the head, but they have done it with some others, I think, as well. So Hydration I would see would be a big one to sort of maybe possibly go across. But the other ability I thought of for Mega Lapras was Refrigerate. Yes, Refrigerate. If you don't remember, guys, that turns normal type moves into ice type moves, which would be quite good for it. Because looking at Lapras's sort of pool, I mean, it can be both a special and a physical attack. It's sort of mixed, I think, in my opinion. But physically wise, it doesn't actually have that many physical ice type moves, which means it doesn't get any sort of good boost there. So Refrigerate would actually make its normal type moves turn into ice type moves. For example, Body Slam would be a big thing. That would turn that ice type move there. It was also got access to Curse and Dragon Dance as well. So obviously, if you go for a physical set, then that would work really quite well for Mega Lapras there with Refrigerate. So I don't know. I prefer Refrigerate, but Hydration could possibly go across as well, or it could be a whole other ability I haven't thought of at all. But who knows? So that really sums it up for Mega Lapras there. As I said at the start, let me know what you think about the typing, the stat changes, and the ability down below in the comment section. Also tell me about the design for Mega Lapras, because I really like that and I want to know what you guys think too. So, let's move on to the second Pokemon for today, which is Mega Omastar. So, Omastar, one of the fossil Pokemon from Generation 1, Rock Water type, based off of an Ammonite or something similar to that, right from the Helix fossil, so praise Lord Helix, I fucked that up, didn't I? Praise Lord Helix, everyone, praise Lord Helix. Anyway, as I say, Rock Water type, so what would it look like when it Mega Evolved? I really like the design here, I really like the design. You can see here the tentacles, first off, not its main ones, the secondary ones, or the secondary ones. I'm trying to think of another fancy word to use, but secondary just comes close. Have now sort of, they've gotten larger as main tentacles, to be honest, which are actually more like hands and feet. Now got suckers on, and it's also getting loads of other little tentacles as well behind it. But its shell too is awesome. Instead of just being sort of a curved one, it's got now a nice sort of a spike, a nice sharp spike on the top of its back of its shell, with spikes along it, and a nice big spike on its forehead between its eyes. And its eyes have sort of become embedded into the shell as well, as the shell sort of comes down over its mouth, which has also changed, going from a single, like a 4-teethed mouth, or 4-teethed beak, 4-sectioned beak, into what I can only describe as the Kraken from Pirates of the Caribbean. You know, when Captain Jack Sparrow gets eaten by the Kraken, he's got all the teeth, and that's the only way I can describe that there, but it looks really cool. I would love this to be a Mega Omastar design. Maybe not with all the little tentacles behind it, because that might sort of be too much, but generally that design looks really cool. I really like it. Okay, so typing for Mega Omastar. Now, I would have to say, I would just have to say Rock Water. You can't get rid of the Water type because that's one of its main types, and the Rock sort of goes along with the shell. So I'd have to say it would stay Rock Water. Bear in mind, guys, this might not be by Mega Evolution, it might also be by Primal Reversion. Obviously, a lot of people want Primal Reversion for the fossil Pokemon. I'm not a huge fan of that, but you could see it, instead of being a Mega Evolution, it could be a Primal Reversion or something along those lines if you want to, guys. In which case, like, you know, all the fossil Pokemon have Rock in their typing. And you can assume maybe the fossil, you know, just restoration process adds the rock to it pretty much, and maybe Omastar was just a pure water type when it lived, but I think at least in Omastar's case it needs to keep the rock typing because of its shell, pretty much. Stat change wise for Mega Omastar. Now in a minute we're looking at Mega Kabutops, and I sort of, because obviously they're counterparts, they're sort of similar in that way, same typing and whatnot. I'm sort of going along with that with the stat changes too. So stat changes for Mega Omastar, I would see an attack rise and a defense rise, so boosting up the attack just to get the power off sort of thing, and defense rise just because of its shell, pretty much, boosting up its defense in that sense. I think that would work really well as well as actually what the hell am I saying? Speed wouldn't rise too much. Special attack, it is actually a special attacker, Omastar, so you could, instead of having the attack rise, you could have a special attack rise, but I feel like it would work better as a physical attacker for a Mega Evolution at least. Special defense would rise a bit, not much though, because it's not really that special defensive, to be honest. It doesn't look that special defensive, everything like that. And that's really the stat changes for Mega Omastar, not much else to say there. Ability wise for Mega Omastar, now, Either it could carry along, this isn't its hidden ability, but it is one of its normal abilities, and I think it's possible it carries along. Its hidden ability is Weak Armor or something like that, which means when it's hit by a physical move, its defense drops and its speed rises, which is not brilliant, because you're losing defense, so obviously each hit you then take is going to do more and more damage sort of thing. But this is one of its normal abilities, which is Swift Swim. So obviously look, a lot of Mega Evolutions have Swift Swim. We got Mega Swampert, obviously. We saw Mega Golduck possibly could have it. There's some others as well, I can't remember. But it's a possibility to carry across Swift Swim. Would make it a really powerful Mega Evolution in the rain. The other one I thought for Mega Omastar was Solid Rock, especially if we're doing a defensive Mega Evolution. Solid Rock is going to lower the power of super effective moves, which is going to help out a fair bit there, you know, being bulky sort of thing. So looking at Omastar and looking at the Mega Omastar as being a more of a defensive Mega Evolution than Mega Kabutops, which we can look at in just a second, which is why obviously got Solid Rock and stuff like that, just abilities to sort of reinforce that, I guess. But I think that's pretty much it for Mega Omastar. Let me know what you think about typing, stat changes and ability down in the comment section, and let's move on to the final Pokemon for today, which is Mega Kabutops. So, Kabutops, Rock Water type, very similar, exactly the same as Omastar. Revived from the Dome Fossil, as opposed to the Helix Fossil, so there's no praise Dome Fossil or anything this time around. But yeah, Kabutops there looks pretty cool, pretty menacing, the two sizes it has. What would Mega Kabutops look like? Well, this design's alright. It's not amazing, but it's alright. I quite like it. You can see that the two sizes on its hands have sort of actually become into claws now, so sort of like scissor-like claws, which looks pretty cool. Its back, the scales on its back, whatever you want to call them, is sort of They've bulked up a bit, and it's also getting some spikes across pretty much this whole body, on its knees, on its shoulders, on its head as well. It's pretty much just spiked up, I guess you could call it. Spiked up and yeah, stuff like that, pretty much. Not much else to say for the design there. Typing wise, for Mega Kabutops, I would say very similar to Mega Omastar, just keeping the rock water typing. Because I see if they give one a Mega Evolution, they have to give the other one. Again, I can't really see the typing changing much. I mean, Kabutops could go to a rock steel type because of the size, but I would say they would keep the rock water type, to be honest. I don't really know what you guys think about that, but in my opinion they would. Stat change wise for Kabutops, or Mega Kabutops rather, I would see an attack rise, and this time a speed rise rather than a defense rise. Now, Kabutops is indeed a physical attacker rather than a special attacker like Omastar, so attack rising would make sense there. Speed rising I would see, because obviously look at Kabutops, it's really quite fast and everything like that, so it would make a lot of sense there. Defense rises, maybe not much, maybe slightly but not a huge amount, because obviously it's being a fast defensive Mega Evolution rather than being defensive this time, so defenses aren't going to rise a whole lot. Special attack, maybe a reasonable rise in that too, just so you could run a mix, I guess, if possible. Ability wise for Mega Kabutops, now you also get Swift Swim much like Omastar, so it could possibly get Swift Swim as ability too. However, if they did both Mega Evolutions, obviously as they would if they did one, and gave them both Swift Swim, that wouldn't be brilliant, because it'd be the same typing, similar stat changes, same ability sort of thing, everything. So that wouldn't define them enough. So the other ability I thought of for Mega Kabutops was adaptability, making it offensive all out attacking. Whereas Mega Omastar got Solid Rock for the defensiveness, Mega Kabutops gets adaptability for the speed, the attacking, the stuff like that. Just the power of rock and water type is pretty much. So obviously Omastar I built as a defensive set, Kabutops I built as an offensive set, and offensive set, that's the one. I need to work on the focus of the words. Anyway, so that's pretty much it for Mega Kabutops, guys. Let me know what you think about typing, the stat changes, and the ability down below in the comment section. And I guess I'll check out what you guys think. As I said also, let me know what you think about Mega Lapras and Mega Omastar down in the comment section too. And that pretty much sums it up for today's episode, guys, today's video, whatever you want to call it. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please don't forget to smash the like button. I do quite enjoy seeing the like button go up. And drop a comment if you haven't already, as I've said. And I guess I'll be seeing you next time, guys. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, friends.